a sweet baby. You're a grumpy baby today. I have arrived. What you doing? That's a camera. It's me. Hi, how you doing? My mic looks like it's picking up like desktop audio. Who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows? I'm doing good. Emmy's here too. He can't help but give kisses. Let me pull up. So what do you think we should design today? I have more thoughts about the office now that I've actually started like painting rooms and stuff. Or we could design something else. And then cool. That just happens. I'm gonna play with Photoshop this time. Office is good and we can just go off on tangents. That sounds like a plan. That is the wrong... Trying to figure out how to get it to actually show. It's not showing the Photoshop thing. Let me try a different thing. There we go. There. All right, cool. So, let me find some reference images. So I've been thinking, even and all, I have been thinking about, oh yeah, very sweet, about the office. Let me pull up some images and we can start messing about. I just have to go through the awkward process of transporting them from my phone to my computer. In the meantime, how's everyone doing? While Emmy tries to eat my headphones. You're gonna make a quiver for Conquest, Scar? Are you gonna be an archer? I've got so many reference images. Hold on, I keep finding more. I'm like, actually. A USB baby. Ow. Hello all. I'm just getting my reference images to my computer. If I'm staring intently at at my phone, it's like I'm actually just ignoring you guys. I've heard that makes you like me more. I just pretend I'm like interested in something else. Wow, are you jealous of the phone too? Yeah, you do have to watch my back when I wander off, because I do wander off. I do that a lot. He's jealous of the phone, guys. Alright, I think that's enough reference images from my phone. Just like scrolling through, making sure that there's nothing else I'm missing. I think we're good. Okay. So, let us... So since the last time, let's see if this works. Copy image. Paste. Paste. No. Download image. Ah, the wonders of technology. Here's my face. Yay! So that's the color of the talking head room. I just painted it. Which you will see in the upcoming video. Or actually, I don't know. Because I think the most recent video, we actually used the new set. Because I just edited it. But you can't see it because it's offset. These are the clothing that we are hanging from the walls to treat the walls for sound. Because we are professionals. And I just had a conversation with Kit recently about the potential of, here's a good reference image for that. Alright. Ooh, Random Watts, you might make the scroll case video. The scar that's in the comments is the one that I came up with the idea with. Hello, Jerry. Looks like kind of an eggplant color. It is. It's really hard to get images of it because my phone keeps on like bleaching the colors in different directions. Hello, David. But we discovered that we can move this desk forward just a lot. So we actually have a lot of room to potentially, because we were checking with the camera how far back it can show stuff. So here's the kind of current layout. Where we have, this would be a bit further back from how you see it here. So we can actually move like this. I don't know how to Photoshop. We can actually move the desk like, can I do this? Nope. That just copies and pastes from what I had before. We can move the desk forward to kind of like much closer, almost like a full desk forward more, which gives us a lot of space in the back. And we were thinking of doing kind of like an install, hi Shadow Kitsu, like sort of shelving in the back. I did some random AI like modification of things. I like to use it for just like color or like composition things, just to give me ideas. It's faster than photo bashing, which is what we're doing now technically. But I like the idea of doing wainscoting, which is what this bottom is called. Panel wainscoting, so like these little panels. And then instead of having like this bookcase is like inset into the wall, so we'd have to cut into the wall. We would move the desk forward and instead have the bookcase kind of like in, like, you know, entertainment consoles where they have it like built out from the wall, but it basically takes up the entire wall. Hi, Emmy. So I like the idea of the, like, I talked to Kit about the potential of making as an episode, like an entertainment console that basically would make these three into bookcases with like cabinetry at the bottom, so then we can actually like store stuff and put all of our projects and stuff as we work on them in the background. Because I like the idea of a living background. I just use ChatGPT. It's pretty good for, I've been using it a lot for image generation when it comes to like taking pictures of rooms and being like, hey, could you make this room look like it has this color, just so I can see what it looks like. And then, yeah, basically this one is closer, I think, more to the color because it's more of a cool, like, eggplant than it is like the plum of this one. But I'm currently refurbishing the desk, and I will probably lean more mahogany with the desk because right now it's so worn down. Like, you can kind of see that at the bottom, the original color it used to be, but it's so old that the top has worn to almost like an oakish, yellowish color. I want to shift it so that it can go with the purplish walls by adding some red tones to it. So I'm going to like sand off the finish and then add on a mahogany stain. And right now I'm repairing all of the holes to the leather top that's there. I like the idea of maybe because there's a leather top here. I don't know what Kit liked for the entertainment console, because I originally was just like, let's make a bookcase in the middle or the side. And he's like, yeah, but then you'd have it would eat into the sides anyway, because it's a weird wall. Like this angle is longer than this one. It used to be part of the main room, but our office has been like taken apart and put back together so many times. So I like the idea of what he mentioned of making this entire back basically shelving and such, and then us moving the desk forward so you see more of the set. And then basically whatever you don't see, we paint to be a green screen. And so we could turn the camera around and have it be like a green screen, like have green screen on the floor, like a rug, and then paint the walls green screen, and then have something, because like the door is back there. So everything back from here back would be, the walls would be painted green screen, and then the door would have like a curtain that covers it. And then everything this way forward that you'd see on camera, we do the wainscoting, and then we do, and I've already painted the entire walls. So what I'm thinking is we could either get some pine plywood, because it has a nice grain and it's not very expensive, or we could get, I have a bunch of like stick-on wallpaper that is kind of mahogany colored, and then we could use that as like the backdrop of this, and then it's close enough in color to the mahogany stain I have. Lowe's has molding, which is like this chair rail and the picture framing molding and the bottom and stuff. That's what all of that would be. So we could get molding that goes back into whatever shelf we make, that I could stain mahogany. Why not just have a pulley system where you can drop or raise the green screen up and down? We have a green screen cloth right now. We thought about it, mostly because, so right now, when you have a recording studio, you see this kind of like thing back here. that is our, like, we have a moving blanket against that wall. Because you need something for this to absorb the sound so it doesn't like bounce back at you. I'm trying to find that picture. I think it's this one. Yeah, you can kind of see we have clothing on the walls right now because we're hanging it. But we would have moving blankets there normally to absorb the sound. And those we can put so that they kind of can be taken off or put back up again. But when you have a green screen, using the cloth also comes with the annoyance of every single wrinkle in it disrupts the green screen because it makes it a different color with the shadows and stuff. So if we just paint the walls that color, because we're not using it for like shooting any sort of backdrop, then it makes it a perfectly flat color. Depends on the foam pads. There's a difference between sound treatment and sound blocking. And also a lot of the kind of sound treatment pads that you see like people use, they don't have enough mass or density to be like studio environment. Where like a lot of natural fibers actually have a lot of density. So I got like this wool. It's supposed to go under carpets and stuff, but it was the cheapest way that I could find like thick, dense wool. And we've been using that. I have pictures of it. So that's what we're thinking for this room. Emmy, don't bite my fingers. I'm curious what you guys think of it, I guess. Let me move this back. So we have a bunch of the foam pads and stuff that I used to have to kind of muffle. Oh, where's a good picture of it? I cut them to be above the wall up here just to catch a base. But we tried those first and it didn't super work. So that's where the hanging all of our clothes on the walls came from. And then, there's my face. Let me see what else. So then we have, are you making angry noises? The craft room that I've been working on. Let me download all the images for that. Yes, you're a very angry bird. You like to bite my fingers. Here's the kind of mahogany. It's weird because my phone. You'll understand what because I'm downloading it now, so you can't see it. But my phone likes to change the color of stuff when I take pictures. It thinks it's adjusting for light, I guess. Yeah, I like the idea of the shelves, of like the slow gathering of items. I like the idea of like a lived-in background where you get to see like all the crafts and such that we've slowly developed. So these are the colors. So that's actually the color we just painted the talking head room. You can see it looks nothing like my phone has no idea what color it is. Like it looks so much darker and like here. And it's so much like warmer here, but they are the same color. Yeah, Emmy, I get it. You're so grumpy. But like my phone just doesn't know how to take pictures. So just know that the one with the bookshelf in the middle or on the sides. Because like when I talk to Kit, to Clever, he wants to do kind of almost an entertainment console kind of thing where you'd build bookshelves on from that entire back wall, so like the sides and the back and the sides and the middle. Hello, Sandrio. So then, where did I put that? I think this one was it? Yeah. So then we have the different colors. So I think what we're thinking is Kit likes the Marina Gray. So this bluish gray for the workshop. And we talked about we'd have to do the whole thing at once because just the way it would be constructed. Scar mentioned like doing the middle and then keeps moving them around. There is a delay, so the 14 49 is what we just painted the talking head. The 500 was what I was thinking of for the kind of craft room. So we talked about last time making that kind of more like celestial wizard. And then the Marina Gray is what Kit liked for the workshop, and we talked about making that more like what was it? Like blacksmith workshop, cobblestone, stuff like that. And then the green, our office. So it's more like hobbity, warm green kind of vibe. And then, so for the, I guess we'll stay on the talking head room. This is the like mahogany-esque wallpaper that I have that I could use for the back of the talking head. And then I also have this more oakish, oh hold on, I have to do, I also have this more oakish warm one that I was kind of thinking about might be good to use for the office if we're going for like a kind of hobbity look. And then I got these for my apartment, but I'm happy to use them for the office instead. I have this kind of olive warm like green that I could do a sort of wainscoting for the office where I do this on the top and then this as like the wooden bottom for like a hobbity kind of vibe. I don't have any reference images for that though. That's not an idea that I have explored so far. Are you so grumpy? But for the workshop, this is the layout of the workshop where we have kind of like a storage room and then we have the workshop, not the workshop, the craft room itself. And then I'm not sure how much you guys were here for my previous design stream. We talked about the desk and making it kind of celestial or like almost like a divination vibe to it. So this is like a mock-up that based on pictures of the divination. So I kind of want to look at Lowe's. So I got paint for the walls. So I got like a dark blue and then I got a lighter blue. And I just finished doing like a layer of paint and such over the desk. And I like the idea of going back in and doing this kind of gold filigree. And then I have this, where is it? I know I saved the photo of it. I have this cloth that's kind of like I got it from my crow costume, but I never ended up making anything from it. That I thought I'd hang on the back to add some visual texture and also absorb some sound. And then kind of like a dark wainscoting there. That's kind of catching you up on my ideas, but that's pretty much what I have thought about since the last time we talked about it. So I'm getting ready to paint this colors. So kind of like this dark blue. Now let me pull up Lowe's. I've discovered that Lowe's is better for a lot of furnishing things, like molding and such, and then Home Depot tends to be better for more like the beginning steps of stuff, like wood. Ow. Let me... Lowe's. It's always hard to fit a screen size into a square size. So Lowe's has pretty cheap molding and such. So we could just get like a chair rail. It should be, here's a good example. The chair rail is that thing that goes to the top. It's the height of chairs. Yeah, it also tends to be cheaper. But honestly, the thing that I was kind of excited to talk about was the office in the Hobbity room, because they have a lot of these like leaf or they have like leaf and they have like basket weave things. So they have a whole series of trim that looks like leaves, and then see if the basket weave one will be like readily available. No, okay. Hey yo, Shadow. So let's look up basket weave. Yeah, wouldn't that be so cute? As like a kind of like hobbity warm room with like oakish wood beneath it, and then like a olivey green above it. Especially with this is a chair rail. So let's duplicate this. And let's look up leaf molding. Ooh, they have appliques as well. So they have chair rails. These are like, so these ones we could do the, see how cheap they are as well? Like this is 8 feet of this. I'd be doing a mermaid witcher skater type room. What does that even look like, Shadow? Always felt hobbits leaned more toward the not wood work trim. Brock. So Brock is our official Dendronian advertiser. I like the basket or the leaves. Combine it with some sort of piece as top cap to give it more interest, if that makes sense. Yeah, no, molding does that all the time. You can actually see it in a lot of the reference images. Where like, especially on the, oh, I like all their, I want to go to Lowe's now and just like touch wood. This is cute too. It's like a little leaf one. I'm trying to, I think that's they're using it as the framing thing. Am I the only one that just like gets excited to go to a store just to like look at all the options? It's the same thing as like I get excited for we're talking about the potential different ways to decorate the office. More Celtic-esque. Again, you're gonna have to give me like, if I look up not work wood trim, is it gonna show me like this? Like, am I looking for, that feels too Celtic for, I'm curious guys, do you pronounce Celtic with like a K-ish sound or an S sound? I've been looking at wood too much, so like when you said knot, the first thing I thought of was like the knot in a like a grain of wood. Okay. Did I make you sad? Oh, because I asked a question. I was so concerned that I made you sad by saying maybe Celtic was too Celtic that I forgot that I asked the question with the K. Like, did you say it with the K sound or an S sound? As you can tell, I'm tired today. I'm a little bit. It's a harder K sound when talking about the culture. Would you ever use Celtic for anything? The sports ball team. That is why it's confusing. Okay, because I probably heard the the Celts and all different stuff. Ooh, it's pretty. We're gonna go down a rabbit hole of wood trim, guys. That's what today is. I panicked so hard when I thought that you just responded with a K. I want to go to Lowe's, man. I thought the innuendos were Clever's department. Nah, man, he gets them from me, if anything. I am significantly worse than he is. I like, this one's pretty too. It's also not super expensive. It's 8 feet for like 15 bucks. It's got leaves and it's got trim. Does that fit kind of more of what you were thinking, Scar, when you kind of imagine Hobbitsons? It's a little bit more of like antique-y vibe of like older styles. Oh yeah, you're very sweet. Shopping trip live stream. If I make you guys make the decisions for me, then it makes me spend less money overall, guys. Because for smaller things like appliques, you can 3D print them too. If I can get Kit to 3D print them, or tell me where he put the 3D printers so that I can figure out how to 3D print them myself. Let's see, and then we've got these cute these rope moldings. Why is Poplar so popular? That's good marketing, guys. Yeah, I mostly was just excited to show you guys the like leaf and basket weave molding, because I was like, oh, guys, we could make that into the Hobbit room. Like a little hobbit room. I saw on a reno show where the BBC where they painted fancy textured wallpaper and then put trim strips on the wall to make it look like paneling. Yeah, that's kind of what, because there's a type of wainscoting that they just use the so wainscoting for paneling, like those kind of like square panels on the bottom, you can either have like a raised or an inset. So basically you make the rest of the wall stand out more, or you make the inside of the panel stand out more, or you can just have it so that the like drywall is behind it, which is kind of what I'm going for, because it is cheap. It's the cheapest way, but it still looks nice. And we've got a lot of rooms to do, so I don't want to make it too expensive. The leaves are more elvish. That's true. I would think like oak leaves or acorn or maple leaves would be more hobbity. Yeah, that's true. So maybe like either the basket weave, because we don't have to go like full hobbit, like we're not trying to make a hobbit room. It's more of just like the cottagecore vibe. So I like how you can do that either top or bottom. So I still like the kind of basket weave look. Well, it's basically like what would be a good office. Like what would be a really chill office. And I like the idea. Let's actually steal this. Let me put you guys back on the... I moved it around. Alright, so let's get rid of stuff. Actually, this kind of shows the top of the office, but let us imagine. Nope, that is the wrong thing. I grabbed the wrong thing. Alright. Let us imagine like let's badly imagine walls that are this color. Can I crop this? I don't know. Remove background. Okay, walls that are that color. And then like wainscoting that's this color. So like wood on the bottom. Kind of like a nice oakish warmth to it. And then a nice olive green. And then between it, this would be stained to fit the wood. Ta-da! That's pretty cute, right? And it would be that kind of like calming vibe. Apple leaves. That would fit. Our office is generally like, the office building is apple themed because there's so many apple orchards around. No, you can't have whiskey. Me wants whiskey. Now wait for the delay to get your guys' reaction to the super cute. It is cute. A bit more things like traveling trunks and like for tutorials for LARP stuff. I can see it and I like it. It also means I wouldn't have to spend money on paint because I have a bunch of that wallpaper already. And then once we have that, then we can figure out if we like maybe for that one, instead of the fancy box like the kind of frame molding. So like there's a bunch of frames in it. We could have the more just like wood bars. Well, Azariel, making me think that there's a bit more, needs more traveling trunks and the like for LARP stuff. Explain. Like, stuff to put your LARP stuff in? Because trunks are kind of hard to transport. No. Oh, let me pull it up. There's different types of wainscoting. Sorry, I've been doing an obscene amount of research into wainscoting. Here, let me just move you guys to the other screen. Wainscoting. So like this type. Do I have two different shared screens? Probably. So you see how it just has like the, I forget what they're called. There's a specific word for it, for wainscoting, that has those bars down the center. An ultimate type guide to wainscoting. Beadboard's cute, but it's hard to mimic. Board and batten, that's it. So like the board and batten. So I think those are called battens. Yeah, the vertical boards are battens. So like I like that as kind of like golf travel bag. I like that as more of like a simple, cozy. Yeah, oh, the drying clothes rack that collapses down. Man, I designed a whole kind of like chest thing that had, I was like, oh, you would just put your costume and such into it. It does look easy to do, doesn't it? Especially with how cheap Lowe's molding is. You saw before, if I go back to just molding, and I'm holding the other topic in my head, don't worry. Like, you can get 8 foot of just this, like, straight wood for $10. Then it's just a thing of getting the one at the top, then getting a bunch of the other things, and then putting together. You have the floor rail at the bottom and the chair rail at the top. You don't even have to get the one at the top, the bottom. But what you mentioned for the clothing rack, I designed a whole thing a while ago, which is basically a chest that you would put all your costumes and such into, kind of like a traveling closet. I saw something where someone had put like an expanding, like you'd open the chest, and then inside the chest it would have like a thing that pulls up to be like a clothing rack, like a big like frame that pulls out up, and like the wood chest would be the base that would hold the weight and everything to that. It's hard to describe, but I used to make a lot of like potential projects and stuff. Emmy, you're being an asshole. You go upside down now. But yeah, I like this kind of wainscoting for the, if it was stainable, I'd get a sheet of MDF and cut it into strips. Yeah, MDF is expensive though. I would rather get pine, because then you can stain it. Especially if it's, because you'd also get the wood grain. I have, wow, are you so cute? Wow. I'd be curious what, like, as I've been playing with the ideas of different decor and such, there is a, hello, Hane, there is a level of, like, ooh, how would I do that? And then realizing that it might be simpler than I think it is, like the wainscoting. I live in like an apartment that I can't paint the walls, but I can like drill into them. So that's why I have so much of the removable wallpaper. because I was planning on doing that instead of painting the walls. But the wainscoting, like, you could just get, you can go to Home Depot and then get plywood, like birch or something, for like $20 for like an 8x4. And they would cut it in half for you there, so it'd be like 4x4. So like every 4-foot section of your wall, you're paying like $10 to get like a wood section at the bottom, because like wainscoting is typically around 48 inches tall, which is 4 feet. So you'd have every 4-foot section. Besides Lowe's and Home Depot, what other sources of wood do you have? I can't imagine either of those will have the lowest prices. They certainly don't around here. I don't know, man. You're asking the wrong person. Pain. I've been here from the start. I was busy with the project. I understand that. I just came from painting the desk in the craft room. But yeah, I'd be curious what you guys would want to see as part of a video, or if you just like want to see the results. Because when we do stuff as part of a video, it turns into like it takes a bit longer to do because we have to film the process, we have to edit and such. But it becomes a thing that we can explain to you guys how to do. We're planning to record a lot of like the in-between and behind-the-scenes stuff for our Patreon. So not everything has to be like a how-to video. That stuff can end up on the Patreon as more like behind the scenes of like, look what we're doing. But it depends on if you guys are like actually interested in the process. Like, wow, big yawn. You're such an angry bird today. You're making chainmail armor. Yikes, dude. No wonder you're busy. Sandra was like, I would like to see as much of the process as possible. Of like making wainscoting, or just in like, you just like to see like whatever we're doing. If you're looking for wood options, there's often places, the whole room makeovers, there's often places you can find it near you if you search for the near me relative. I have an hour or so drive for the best one, Keem Lumber. Yeah, it would be nice if we could find a better place to get like wood and stuff than Home Depot. Emmy, you're such a little brat today. He's a brat whenever I go into the office, because he wants me to spend all my time with him. The whole room makeovers. Yeah, I think a lot of, unless it's like specifically teaching crafts and stuff, a lot of that's gonna end up on the Patreon, because it's a lot of like time and effort to. It takes like 3 times as long to do a thing when you have to record it, because you're constantly moving the camera around trying to catch like shots of stuff. I'm gonna change the camera battery. I will move you. Look at this little bit. Look at this boy. Look at this bratty boy. Look at this bratty boy. Yeah, you're very bratty. I wanted to do the whole kind of room, a time lapse. I could do a time, like, again, that wouldn't be like a how-to video though. That would probably end up on the Patreon. But a lot of these things take multiple days. But I could do time lapse of some of the stuff that I do for kind of making stuff. We are trying to put more and more content onto the Patreon. We just had a meeting about it today. About hey, now that we're past the beginning of this year has been pretty hectic for us. Now that we're past the hecticness and things are starting to be a little bit more predictable, how do we turn around and do more for the Patreon and also like make the channel more consistent? So grumpy. I like the idea of time lapses and such for the Patreons. I want to put like a webcam or something off to the side that can record from like a consistent angle. because a lot of times when we're recording projects, we'll turn the camera on just long enough to get like a shot that we know we need, and then we'll turn it off because we can't have the camera on consistently because it has a certain amount of space that it can record, and also it burns battery. So that's a thing we're always looking for kind of feedback on. Is, oh, I like this. Kind of the... And said, I really don't have to make more money now. I don't want to lose access to the Patreon because I don't want to miss anything. For a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, where we're hoping to make it kind of like the lower tiers. And we want to do more stuff for the free parts of Patreon. I was joking with Kit today that we should treat it like our social media, where we post all our shower thoughts on Patreon for the free tiers, and then like behind the scenes. I've been posting a lot more behind the scenes stuff on Patreon recently because there's actually been behind the scenes now that I'm in the office. And then yeah, it'll take a little bit for us to get in the habit of it, but it's just so much, it's just too much of like a really big job. Oh, does Bed Bath & Beyond sell molding? I suppose they would. Much more expensive though. Yeah, I don't know if that's worth it, Bed Bath & Beyond. That's pretty expensive. Another thing that I've discovered is like getting free old stuff on Facebook Marketplace, even just for materials. Oh wow. Just because materials are so expensive, like MDF or particle board or whatever, when you're getting like larger, thick, like stuff to make just random stuff in the background. You can just get like a desk or something on Facebook Marketplace, then take it apart and use it for whatever you want. I want to do a lot of this is wrong. Technically all this is wainscoting. That is panel wainscoting, and this is beadboard wainscoting. Yeah, we're slowly settling into having an office. It was very overwhelming at the start. I feel like me moving up here, all of those like moving is generally more than people expect, and then the business growing is always like a big growing pains moment. So we ended up feeling a bit more. How much is this? It's got like $800. Well, it's not that bad, I guess, for 8 feet, but this is much better for 8 feet. It's 4 foot by 8 feet. I don't know, for beadboard, which room might look cute with that? It's kind of, it's known for being more of like a rustic vibe, because it used to be like the wainscoting that would be in like less expensive houses and such. So maybe the office, because that gives it more like a rustic hobbity vibe. Another thing we talked about today was, sorry, I get distracted by how cute he is. Another thing we talked about today was potentially changing the live streams, because we were talking about the Patreon and stuff. So we have the Q&A. We thought about making that on Thursday, and then like basically combining the Q&A with the design live stream. So sometimes we design stuff, sometimes we just chat. and then making the Q&A more of like a private, like actual get together, like hangout with some of the Patreon members, because like right now they get to join the Q&A if they're a certain tier, but it'd be nice to give them the chance to hang out with us when they're like not on stage for other people, I guess, like play like Discord games and such with us. Ooh, Liquid Nails sells a specific thing for paneling and molding. Captain Chidathi. I want pizza, Captain Chidathi. Can you send me pizza? I had to rush home from working on The Office to make sure that I had time to set up the live stream. And I didn't get to eat dinner. So now I want pizza. Congratulations, you have made me jealous. Fantasy Apprentice wants pizza as well. I said we all get pizza. I'm gonna look up pizza. I'm gonna do it. It's a bit far. It doesn't matter how Maddie eat food. I'm busy, Scar. I drank water. Are you proud of me? Massachusetts. It doesn't matter how far you are. You can send food anywhere. I have learned this thing. Pizza. Oh, Emmy. What's everyone's favorite type of pizza? I'm curious. Cause like there's the long honored tradition of yelling at each other. Emmy, don't drink the whiskey. Emmy, don't do it. Don't do it. He likes the sugar of once the alcohol's evaporated. Just make sure he doesn't drink the actual whiskey. What's everyone's favorite type of not whiskey, but that too. What's everyone's favorite type of pizza? Pepperoni. Hi, Rather. Rather, I believe I say it both ways, so you'll have to correct me one way or the other. Is it Rather or Ryther? Bells for Straka Zulu! You came through! That's another thing that I want to design. I was actually looking up, now that I've gotten recently garlic pesto chicken on pan crust. Maybe a little risotto. You guys are really making me crave pizza. I want to make Emmy an actual bell throne for The Office. Like, once everything's painted and such. Rather? Okay, so it's with a Rather. Pepperoni, pineapple, and bacon. That sounds awesome. I like pineapple on pizza because I like complex flavors. Sausage and onions. That's my like a lot of my family's favorites. I want to make Emmy an actual bell throne. I was looking up how to do that safely, of how like bird posts and toys and such are dyed and put together, like the different types of woods and then how they're dyed. You've been pronouncing my name wrong forever. I'm just used to it. Chidathi? Chidathi. You'll have to give me the correction. Spicy chicken pizza with jalapenos. Fantasy Apprentice, you're a big spicy person, huh? I like garlic chicken Alfredo pizza. I'm mispronouncing to Captain. I like pineapple and ham too. Get it occasionally. Yeah, ham's kind of like a nice bridge flavor where like it's warm and nice. Don't drink the whiskey. If I lean forward, that's me. Pepperoni and cilantro and Parmesan. Boston baby beans all the way. Chad Athy. So not Chidathi, Chad Athy. Chad Athy. That's gonna take a while to convince my brain. Don't worry, Maddie, I do it too, mostly to annoy him. Chad Athy. Wow, that's gonna take a while to get used to. I'm a Boston baby now too. Frank. Does that mean I have to have beans on my pizza? I think my favorite pizza tends to be, I don't know, like I tend to like a lot of different like variations. I do tend to like risotto and stuff, like different types of cheese on it. It's too late, Frank. I have to have beans on my pizza now. Is there a specific type of beans? Is like the red bean like a kidney bean? Is that like the most? What is the most Boston of beans? My wife likes pineapple and mushroom. I want pizza now. You've done this to me, Chad Athy. Are you pouting? Baked beans with brown sugar. Okay, so it's the baked beans. That makes sense. The whole molasses crassus. Molasses crassus. No need for nails and screws. So yeah, I don't know how to plan for the workshop because I feel like that's numb. I feel like that's Kit's domain enough that whenever I touch it, I come in the next day and he's like gotten to an ADHD fugue and changed the entire room and forgotten all of the previous plans that we made around it. Aether wants me to numb you. You can numb me. The Great Molasses Spill of 1919. They say you can still smell the molasses when it gets hot. Forever organized chaos. Emmy numbed your nose. Emmy numbs me often. Like that. Got any plans about fish leather? You know? I can honestly say no. It's not a thing that we were planning. For a Boston one, that's more of a dessert one, sweeter thin crust, chocolate and sweet cream, cheese, topped with peanuts for a Boston baked beans thing. Can birds sing bacon pancakes? Can you sing bacon pancakes? Bacon pancakes, bacon pancakes, bacon pancakes, bacon pancakes. He might dance to it, but he's not much of a repeater. He's lazy. Fish leather sounds super expensive to get. We could try making it, I guess. Just like catch random fish. I'm annoying him. We annoy each other. We go back and forth. Sometimes he's the one being annoyed. Sometimes I'm the one being annoyed. Sometimes he pretends to be annoyed. But in reality, he just wants pets. Bacon pancakes, bacon pancakes, bacon pancakes, bacon. What are we designing? The perfect pizza? Honestly, at this point, I'm just hungry. Well, we were designing the office some more now that I've started working on the office. I was showing off some images and stuff of the different plans. And then we were looking at the cute... Oh, back to the beadboarding. Where's the molding we were looking at? The cute ass like basket weave molding for the office. Here, let me pull up the thing again. Foot chat Athy. Aw, Hayne, thank you. I would give more, but I'm saving for a con, and I've been here since Lady Killer was built. Love what you do. Thank you, Hayne. Lady Killer was one of the... That was a while ago, man. Pineapple and chocolate on pizza. I'd try it. Pineapple covered chocolate covered pineapple is actually really good, so I'd try it. Oh. Lady Killer is a throwback now. It was the like spider themed crossbow that I gave him and I gave Clever in our D&D game that he eventually made into a thing because everyone got obsessed with. Do you remember the like escaping handcuffs video? As like a lull in the background. Here's the Chad Athy. We were playing with the kind of like hobbity cottagecore-esque room. He was playing a rogue in that game. He got a crossbow. He called it Lady Killer because it was like almost like a Black Widow spider-themed poison thing. And so when everyone got obsessed with him randomly making a crossbow in the background of his escape video, he's like, I'll make a real crossbow. And Lady Killer in the real world was born. I know, Mad. Are you pouting? Why are you pouting? He's pouting because he doesn't have his bell throne yet. But Strakazulu, though. Strakazulu's getting you there. Almost single-handedly. Strakazulu. We have to like engrave the names of the people who contributed to the bell throne into the bell throne. What do you think a bell throne would even look like? I think it would be all. I have to collect all the bells that he's like destroyed along the way, and then make like a perch that would be interesting to him. Strakazulu, you do well. Strakazulu watches over you. Someday we'll be able to have live streams in the office with Emmy. When I'm not like painting and it's not just like a bunch of potential fumes and stuff in the air. Then we'll make the bell throne. And then we'll sneak Emmy into the office building because I'm not even sure he's allowed to be there. And he's part of our work. Yeah, Strakazulu. I gotta start collecting all the bells he's destroyed. Do you still get to play TTRP? No, we don't. We don't have free time. Nah, I'd like to. I feel like I went through before. Just all the other stuff started happening that kind of ate up our time. I thought about running D&D games for like Patreon members and stuff because I do miss playing. Oh. Clever's texting me. Kid's texting me about why you make me hunger. I miss playing. Just in general. I miss like DMing and having that like creative outlet of world building. 69-minute warning. For what? Like we've been going for 69 minutes? Also, nice. Why are you so rude today? He's mad because I was in the office. I got to be a player again, finally. It was forever DM for a long time. Nice. Yeah, I'm a bad player because I've been a DM too long. I get too into it. That is 100% an emotional support birdie. I haven't played D&D in years. That made innuendo. He's my emotional support birdie. He's the only reason. He's the only reason why this world is cute and fun sometimes. And he hates it. He hates it. He's like, I hate responsibility. I just want pets and treats and fun. He's very cute, though. That's another thing that I'm curious if you guys would, at least those that are on the Patreon, would you guys be interested in just Emmy videos? I send Emmy videos to Kit all the time because I'm basically like a mom with a baby that never grows up and is cute all the time. So I send videos to all my friends about this adorable, right now aggressive for some reason, because he's pouty, little baby. And if we're treating the Patreon, especially the free tiers, like our social media, then a lot of that stuff would end up there. To be a bird and not have to worry about taxes and internet. Yeah. Of course, he's not very good at being a bird. He thinks he's a baby. Like, he doesn't fly. He just pouts and demands when he wants. Emmy should have his own channel. Doesn't Clever do that with Cerberus? Payment for free tier. You must look at the pretty bird. Wait, are you saying that like does it cost you to look at the pretty bird? Or is it a privilege? It's a privilege for the free tier, is you look at the pretty bird. You watch me annoy the pretty bird. Honestly, I feel like I take more pictures of Cerberus than Kit does. Kit just enjoys Cerberus's presence. I am Cerberus's auntie, so I am legally obligated to take 30 million photos of him every time I'm with him or like babysitting him or something. So yeah, was that something you guys would want to see? It's just a bunch of photos and stuff of Cerberus and Emmy, and potentially videos of Emmy. I can't promise like videos of Cerberus as often because I only really get them when I'm house sitting. It would be free, but it would be on Patreon. Basically, do you want to see adorable videos of my bird? Obviously the answer is yes, but I'm legally obligated to ask so that I can justify it. Mostly I just have to justify it to Kit as a business decision. I have to be like, hey look, the community wants more Emmy. Oh, I think Emmy, what you do, Bummy? That's why I wore pajamas. Silly question. See? Ooh, that's a good idea, Rather. So when it's climbing the bird, what is beautiful? The clothes don't hurt you through the clothing. Oh, you mean his nails? That like his nails don't hurt me through the clothing when he's climbing all over me? He does sometimes, but I'm so used to it. I actually have like my arms all sliced up because he freaked out and slid off my arm. He needs his nails clipped. I have to take him to the vet to get his beak and nails clipped. Look how long his beak is. Look it. Show him your beak. Show him your beak. Show him. Show him. There we go. Silly question. Yeah, but Rather mentioned basically whenever people post pictures and stuff of birds, they should get Emmy pictures in return because there's the bird tax. And then he very cleverly hid a push toward the Discord. I had a meeting today with Clever where I tried to convince him to be social. He's so bad at it. Look at this baby. 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 Now watch him run away. He's so bad at being social. Did not know pet birds had to get their beaks trimmed. Only when they're lazy. Ooh, karaoke. I'm still jealous. I want to do karaoke. Scar gets to do karaoke with his friends. Meanwhile, I just get to be sad and sing alone. Emmy's really lazy with his beak and his nails. A lot of times birds will kind of grind them down themselves. Emmy's the laziest bird. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, I'm using microphone to type my English, not so good at words. Emmy's really bad at keeping his beak trimmed. He's always been bad at it. He's such a lazy little boy. He doesn't fly. He doesn't keep his toenails or his beak trimmed. He just wants pets and to destroy bells, and that is. And he wants his Fruity Pebbles, his food. He loves Fruity Pebbles. Every Thursday, like dorks. I gotta visit you sometime, Scar. Or you gotta visit me. I'd rather visit you because you have established karaoke plans. That's because he knows you do it better for him. Mommy has to pay for him to get his beak trimmed. It would be a lot easier if he just did it himself. Look how cute he is. Okay, I had to stop what I was doing to say Fruity Pebbles is the cutest food he could eat. It's what I call his. He eats fruit flavored like bird pellets. I call his food Fruity Pebbles. He loves his Fruity Pebbles though, because he also gets like freeze dried fruits and vegetables. But man, he's obsessed with those Fruity Pebbles. Brandy wine, Kentucky 2026. Time to meet. Yeah, that'd be great. My arm is now stuck like this, guys. Emmy's chosen to lean his beak against my wrist to get, like, deeper pets. I am unable to move. We have tickets. Ooh. Still absolutely adorable. See, Hayne likes you. Hayne thinks you're cute. Hayne thinks you're adorable. So yeah, I think I'm getting a yes to people liking cute pet videos on the Patreon. Maybe I'll even convince Kit to take videos of Percy, his bearded dragon. Percy's very cute. Percy chases Cerberus around. It's very cute. You can tell he really wants pets because he just stays there. Oh. Oh, did I break the trance? Did I make you self-conscious? That made him self-conscious. Lizard Thursday. Are you going to British Brandywine too? Probably not, because we're already going to Conquest, and flights have gotten very expensive recently. So that's already a bit of an expense to us. We gotta let our finances chill out a bit, because we've got so much new stuff with the office and all that. Who doesn't love Fruity Pebbles? I am craving Fruity Pebbles Rice Krispies. I want the fruity. Now I want Fruity Pebbles. The real dominant animal in Clever's house is Percy, the Lord of the Heat Lamp. Sorry if I didn't spell it. It's the Lady of the Heat Lamp. Perseus. Percy is a queen. Barney, my Fruity Pebbles. Oh, I'm being given kisses. No tongue on camera. I feel like people's pets tell you a lot about them. What does Emmy say about me, I wonder? Emmy, what do you say about me as a person? There's Emmy. Just finished a case of Liquid Death cereal. Liquid Death makes cereal? My dog and I fit the dogs that look like their owners category. Do I look like Bird? Or react like Bird. Oh, is it like flavored sparkling water? I thought that they had just made could do worse than Emmy. It could not do better though. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. I thought that Liquid Death had just started to make cereal. Wear green tomorrow and we'll see it better. No, bye Rather. I love Emmy's colors because he's got such weird combinations and stuff. Like he's got kind of like rust red on his wings. He's got like bright green. He's got yellow and orange. Then underneath all his feathers, he's got gray. And then like his tail feathers, he's got like reds and oranges and stuff. And then he's a blue crown conure, so on the top of his head, he's got blue. See like the gray underneath his feathers? It's like, that is not normal petting. You're such a pretty color combination. I want to make a project or something that's his colors. What do you think would be a fun project that's his colors? Like, I feel like any kind of project immediately, if it's on our channel, the assumption is leather. He's got bright orange eyes, too. So pretty. You're so pretty. I know the first also assumption a lot of people do is like make him armor, but like I want to make something that I can have that is like his colors. He's got like pretty orange, like a rust red on the top of his wings, and like between the blue and green. He's so pretty. He's such a pretty bird. We've only got about 10 minutes left of the stream, so tell me what you wish from me. Emmy says that you're a cuddler. Well, I have 3 dogs. They probably sound crazy. I grew up with 4 dogs, so I grew up with 4 dogs and 2 birds. So I am very much a cuddler. I taught Cerberus how to cuddle. Now he cuddles like his life depends on it. A forest archer's outfit. It'd be cool to make like a character or whatever that's just based on each of our pets. Ooh, actually, I really like that. Wouldn't it be cool to make like a party or something of like different characters or like stuff that you could, like each of them is based on one of our pets. Like I'm sure Cerberus would be the fighter. What class would Emmy be? I don't know. Maybe the rogue, just because like, or the bard. He does inflict a lot of like violence. He really loves violence. And just like taking apart, definitely actually a rogue. He loves shiny things. I think Emmy would be the rogue. Cerberus would probably be like the fighter. Because he's smart, but he does love like running around and fighting stuff, so. Percy would be, And then Kit also has, I have 2 other birds, but Kit also has a tortoise and a turtle. Would you guys like that, like armor is something, or character stuff that's based off of all our different pets. I feel like if we were to pick two, it would be him making a class or a character around Cerberus and me making one around Emmy. Wow, you so love the pets. I wish you guys could see him from the angles that I see him. He's very cute. It's very difficult to get photos and stuff of him though, because he's camera shy. As soon as he sees my phone pointed at him, he goes. It's just so you know, he's got his like whole body laid down on my shoulder with his eyes half closed and everything all fluffed up. Make Emmy a harness that would take her outside. There's hawks outside though. Emmy would freak out. Emmy likes exploring sometimes. Emmy freaks out when I take him downstairs. He mostly just wants pets and attention. So I think for the, well, you guys consider the classes made from our different pets. That'd be a fun thing to design. I think that's a good plan for the wall for, we don't have any pets with allergies. There's gerbils in class and my brother sent to watch them for long weekends and holidays on. I feel like that's a good design for like the office, especially since it's materials that we kind of already have. And then for the craft room and the talking head, since they lean a little bit more fancy, we'd probably do the like frame wainscoting, and then probably a more like rustic, like, you know, the kind of like framework on the walls of like old taverns and stuff for that front room that we were gonna make look like a tavern. That would be an amazing project, and you could paint him. It'd be kind of cool to make like leather armor and stuff that's designed for a rogue, but it's designed around, like, it'd be like a rogue bard, I feel like, if you're making it themed after a tropical bird. Yeah? No? Huh. I feel like Emmy would make a good rogue bard. Emmy's making me sleepy because he's so cozy right now. He's just basically taking a nap on my shoulder while I'm petting him. It's making me sleepy. I have outside pets, no inside pets currently. I have chickens and a goose and some stray cats I've semi-adopted. Man, when I was younger, I wanted to run a chicken farm so bad, because my aunt had a neighbor that had like a chicken pen, and that was when I first discovered my innate love of birds. So I just basically went over and like just held chickens and held them to my chest, and I was like, this is what I want to do with my life. I was so obsessed. I was pretty young. I was so obsessed with it that I would go into grocery stores and just like hold a carton of eggs and like almost be brought to tears with just like how badly I wanted a chicken farm. I was like, Mom, I want to run a chicken farm. And she's like, no, you don't. I'm like, I do. And then I got Annie. And I still want chickens. Someday I will get chickens. Yeah. You don't have to be a chicken. You can just be cute. You can be in charge of them. My neighbors have chickens. Still strange to hear rooster crowing in North Minneapolis. Man, I love birds. Like, it is, like, I loved birds before, like, I had any pet birds or anything. It was like, some part of me was like, that right there. I don't know why, but I love that. Love everything about it. Maybe the chickens taught me. The chickens taught me to love birds. I love animals in general, but birds speak to me. I just have hens, no rooster. The goose is loud enough. The goose be crowing though. Alright, Emmy's making it sound like he wants to go back to his cage, and with that we probably should end the stream. But thank you for helping me make decisions on the office, especially. Because every decision you help me make saves us money. Because I am bad at making decisions, and I'll try to do all of it. Are owls acceptable? Of course owls are acceptable. They're super cute. My character, Crow, doesn't like owls, but that's just because of a background thing. But I love owls. They're basically like predator chickens. Like, they're super cute and fluffy and also sometimes pretty dumb. I helped a friend with falconry for a while, and that was fun. Really wanted to do more myself, but never had a place for them. Man, falconry sounds awesome. Alright guys, I'm gonna check out. Get this baby his din-dins of Fruity Pebbles. Also maybe order pizza. Maybe you guys should order pizza too. Treat yourself. Alright, Emmy. Look at him. Look at him just enjoying his pets. Oh, I know you hate it. Wow, we have to say goodnight though. Good night. Good night. What's a good position for good night, bird? Good night. He's like, what are you doing? Good night, all. Oh, and join us tomorrow if you want to join us for the Q&A. Clever's part of that one.